Gemini, hi. Welcome back to Cardinal Fire Tarot. This is going to be your November 2023 reading, but first, a couple of announcements. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following me over on Instagram and TikTok. I post daily on both of them with readings, quotes, stuff like that. If you like my reading style and are interested in booking a personal one-on-one reading with me, you are more than welcome to check out cardinalfiretarot.com, and it has all the information over there. And make sure to be watching for this week's all sign energy check-in. I will be posting that on Sunday morning, so keep an eye out for that. And I think that's all I have, so let's go ahead and get started. I want to start by getting the overall energy from the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck, and then we'll get into the tarot. These circle cards are so cool, but so impossible to shuffle. And then Kim Krans is the creator of this deck, and she has another deck. I absolutely love all of her decks. But she has another one that is like the alchemical. I don't think that's right. I don't know. But it's like alchemy based. It's, you know, like silver and lead are the cards. And they're hexagon, and they are even worse. Like, shuffling hexagon cards is impossible. Shuffling circle cards, almost impossible. Alright, let's see what we got. So for the overall energy of the reading, we have the Temple. Let's go ahead and get some tarot with that. Alright, I don't know what the hell's going on, Gemini, but I know you're overthinking it. There is a lot of anxiety coming out in these cards. There is like, I don't know, there is some movement that needs to happen, or a decision that needs to be made, or a gamble that needs to be gambled. I don't know. But your past and your current energy is just anxiety. You are just absolutely filled with overthinking right now. So let's go ahead and break it down. Overall energy for the reading. We have the Temple. So when I first see the Temple card, my initial gut reaction is the body, because the body is our temple in this reality, in this lifetime, right? That is, you know, it is what makes us perceived as individuals, and therefore each person's is unique and cherished by them, or should be at least. But in this particular case, based off of the other cards, I'm going to go with the Temple is your life. Are you showing the proper gratitude towards this reality that you get to experience? Keyword get to. I know that it sometimes can suck, but at the end of the day, this lifetime is building us towards our highest good. We are learning lessons and building and evolving so that we can come out on the other side better. So are you showing the proper gratitude? Are the decisions that you're making on a day-to-day basis reflecting that gratitude? In the recent past, we have the Nine of Swords. This is the card of nightmares. This is the card of sleepless nights, of anxiety, of freaking the fuck out. And right now, just based off the cards that are on the table, we're going to get clarifiers and we're going to go a little deeper. But based off of these, like, this isn't even regarding anything in particular yet. This is just a general overall energy. So, in the past, you took everything as an attack almost. Like, okay, you see the creepy little hand up there at the top, right where my finger is, reaching down towards her while she's trying to sleep? Like, the monsters coming out of the framework. Like, that's how you viewed life. Which, if you think that life is scary and out to get you and, you know, too much to handle, guess what? It's going to be. Because you're creating your reality with your thoughts and with your emotions. Then in the current energy, we have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is perceived stagnancy. Perceived stagnancy. You're not actually stagnant. And you're not helpless. In the traditional Rider-Waite, she's like, she's standing there and her arms are bound together and she has a blindfold on, but they're like really loosely tied. Like, if she just took the blindfold off and thought for a second, she could slip her hands right out. But she is in victim mentality, so no solution is coming, right? And so in this depiction, very similar, she's bound and she's got, like, her eyes are half covered. So it's like she's starting to move into, you know, a place of empowerment, a place of confidence, but she's not quite there yet. But then, in the near future, we have the Fool. Now, what the hell happened between now and then to create such a drastic shift? I don't know yet. Hopefully we'll get more when we clarify it. But you are going from literally victim, scared, everything's out to get me, this life sucks, to I'm ready. I'm ready to take the chance and I'm walking off the cliff. Like, that complete 180 is just phenomenal. And also very weird. I want to get more clarifiers on that one, because that's an interesting shift and quite an extreme shift that's happening there. Then in the energy that surrounds you, you have the Queen of Cups. There is a lot of love around you. It feels like your support system is as encouraging and loving and motivating as it can be. And that might be a factor in how we're able to shift so quickly. because you're stuck, or you think you're stuck. And then you have the people around you showing up, and they're like loving you through your difficulties. So despite your fear, and despite your anxiety, and despite your worry, they're still showing up with love. And in doing so, they're setting the example for you to move forward and to take the next step in love instead of in fear. Then in your challenge, you have the Ace of Wands. This is being willing to take up space. Being willing to show up in your own life and to follow your passion and to recreate yourself as many times as necessary in order to create a temple worthy of worship. If your life is the temple, then you need to create something that is worthy of the gratitude that comes from the worshipers, from you. And in this Ace of Wands, she has a phoenix on her shoulder. Which, of course, wands is fire energy, phoenix, catch on fire, that goes together. But it's also rebirth. It is also the willingness to start over, ace, that's a beginning, as many times as necessary for you to get to a spot where you can appreciate yourself, your surroundings, this reality. And then in your challenge, or that was your challenge, sorry, in your strength, you have strength, which is interesting. And I honestly, I'm going to have to get clarifiers on this one. Yeah, I got nothing as of right now, but we will get more. So let's go ahead and start by clarifying the temple and the overall energy for the reading. That is way too many cards. So let me try that again. There we go. Clarifying the temple. We have the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Four of Coins. Yeah, it's this transition from lack to abundance. It's the transition from fear to love. It's the transition from lower vibrational to higher vibrational. So we have the Ten of Wands with the Four of Coins. Four of Coins speaks to lack. There isn't enough to go around, so I have to cling desperately to what I have. Which, if you have that perspective, then that's what's going to keep showing up for you. And then we have the Ten of Wands, which is the ultimate burden. It is holding 10 giant pieces of wood on your back and feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. And being incapable of bearing it all. And then you have the Eight of Cups. So you have this lack, strain sort of energy going on. And then the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is walking away. But the key part about the Eight of Cups is that in the traditional Rider-Waite, there are 8 cups right in front of this dude, and he is still turned around and walking the opposite direction. The reason why is because he knows there's a 9th cup out there. And knowing that there is a 9th cup and being willing to leave the 8 that you already have to find the 9th, to find the next one, takes an immense level of faith and intuition and inner knowing. So it's that shift from life is against me to life is happening for me, to this sucks, from this sucks to this is worthy of my gratitude. I am in awe. This is divine. So, I mean, huge polarities happening right now. We're shifting from down here to way up here. Now, this reading is just for the month of November, so that is a lot of energy shifting happening. So, when energy is shifting like that, there is going to be symptoms, because while you're making extreme movement forward energetically, your body in this reality has to adjust to the higher vibrational frequency. It's like, imagine tuning a radio. So you're on a station, but let's say it's country and you hate country music. So you're trying to turn the knob to the next station, but you hit that static in between. Like, that static is the shifting between the two. And when that transition comes, you're gonna feel it. And it's going to be accompanied by extreme fatigue, by hypersensitivity to your external world. It's going to come with sometimes a sense of numbness, which in a self-preservation kind of way. Like, this is really big and a lot is happening, so I'm gonna kind of shut down for a minute in order to allow it to happen, because it's too big. You can even have somewhat of like flu type symptoms happen. It's not the funnest, but it's worth it. You're going to come out on the other side and you're going to feel so much better, but you have to give your body and your mind time to adjust to the new frequency. So let's go ahead and clarify this 9 of Swords in the recent past. Kind of went off on a tangent there. I don't really know where that came from, but let's see what we got. All right, clarifying the 9 of Swords, we have the Queen of Cups, the Hermit, and the 4 of Wands. This support system that we were talking about over here, this Queen of Cups, this is the catalyst for this energetic shift. The safety, security, love, understanding that you experience with whomever this is, that is what gives you the confidence to level up. And so traditionally the Hermit is where you go, it's like an internal learning yourself, you know. You go and you kind of isolate and shift into introspective energy. However, what I'm really drawn to right now in this reading is the fact that all these creepy little shadow hands are coming up to get her from her nightmare. And then the Hermit has the lantern. The Hermit is illuminating the shadows. And when you put light to shadows, they disappear, right? If you shine the light on them, they're not there anymore. So it's like you are slowly but surely proving each one of your worries and fears and anxieties wrong. Through the love and support of the people around you, you get to turn the light on and see your fear for what it is, which is self-inflicted. Let's go ahead and clarify this Eight of Swords in the current energy. Clarifying the Eight of Swords, we have the Three of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. You know that you're shifting. Whether you actually realize like the energetic level, you probably don't realize that. But you see where you're heading. You have the goal in mind. But you still got your guard up. And because of that, you're stopping yourself from going towards it. So you know what you want. Three of Wands. Like, you know where you're going and what you want. But you still got your guard up because you haven't released all of these fears from here in the past. And so you're like one foot in, one foot out. Both of these cards, one eye is covered and one eye is capable of seeing. So that's shifting, but not committing. It's not completed yet. There's still a lot of fear holding you back. But once again, the people and the connections that you have in your life show up. Two of Cups. That's the exchange of energy between two people. So, maybe because this person in your life is sharing their energy with you, you're being influenced by it. And that's what's making you see the goal, the future, that you never would have reached by yourself because you were too scared to dream. All right, let's clarify the Fool in the near future. Okay, clarifying the Fool, we have the Moon, the Ace of Coins, and the Nine of Coins. It's like you're not even aware of how much growth has happened here in this little amount of time, this one chapter in your life. The shift that you've experienced, you're not even aware of the magnitude of it. But you're getting to a point where, as a back here, you needed these people to push you and to encourage you and to cheer you on. Now you don't. Now granted, hopefully they're still there, but you don't need them anymore because you've stepped into a space of trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in the universe. Trust in the good of things. And with that trust comes the willingness to walk away from the 8 cups to try to find the 9th. And that's what the Fool's doing. She is jumping off the cliff, has no idea what's at the bottom, but her faith tells her the 9th cup is down there. And then the Ace of Coins just speaks to, like we were talking about with the Ace of Wands, this new beginning. You are willing to shift your knowing from knowing that there is negativity and dread and fear to knowing that there is light and hope and divinity. Like that shift creates a new beginning. A new beginning that brings a hell of a lot more stability than where you were at before. Ooh. Sorry. Let's go ahead and clarify the Queen of Cups and the energy that's surrounding you. All right, clarifying the Queen of Cups, we have the Two of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Coins. So, Queen of Swords, that is your energy, Gemini. That's air energy. So that's you in your highest feminine form. Doesn't matter if you're a man. Does not matter. We all have masculine and feminine energy. That is you coming through in your highest feminine energy. But you're at a crossroads, which is, I understand when you're in the midst of all of this, that it's going to feel big and overwhelming and scary. How many times can I say scary in this reading? I don't know. Somebody should be keeping tally. But from a far away perspective, it's almost comical because you're at a crossroads between crumbs. That's what you're getting with the Page of Coins. It's like this 4 of Coins over here. It's like clinging to what little you have because you're afraid there isn't any more. Page of Coins is like the crumbs that you have versus your highest feminine form. And you're actually stuck in the middle. Undecided. Which is where this Queen of Cups comes in, because your support system is loving you through this decision, regardless of what they see from their vantage point, from their perspective. They could be like me, looking at it without any emotion attached to it. It's a no-brainer. But throw in emotions and throw in, conditioning, throw in past traumas and hurts and pain. It makes this decision seem a lot harder than it is. So, It's not easy for you. But you are receiving love steadily through it all. That's the energy that surrounds you. And that's amazing. That is gorgeous. You better go to your people today and tell them how much you appreciate them. All right, let's clarify this Ace of Wands in your challenge. All right, clarifying the Ace of Wands, we have the Empress, the Ten of Coins, and the King of Swords. Wow. Okay. Your challenge is starting over, is moving in the direction of your passion, is being willing to burn and turn to ashes in order to be reborn into the phoenix that you are. Now, that renewal comes from you recognizing your own divinity. You recognizing your worth and your light and your power and capabilities. You can tap in to the quantum field and you can attract and match any vibrational frequency out there. And in doing so, you're bringing it into your life. Now, is that a very simplified, instruction manual? Yes. Actually doing it takes a lot more. You have to maintain those higher vibrational emotions. You have to have the blind faith. You have to know what you want without any reservation. But you can do it. And so that knowing that God isn't some dude up in the sky looking down on us. God is within you. And God is within me. Source energy is everywhere. And knowing that turns this sad, pathetic, scary world into a fucking temple, something to be worshipped. You deserve your own worship and attention and praise. Now, with that comes the Ten of Coins with the King of Swords. So now, not only are you have the option of coming through as your highest feminine form, but you're also can come through as your highest masculine form. Feminine is the internal. It's nurturing, it's love, it's self-care, it's internal. Masculine, external. It's doing, accomplishing, moving towards that kind of energy. Now, you combine the two into a perfect balance. That's the goal. You hit the nail on the head then. That's yin yang right there. You have balanced your yang energy and your yin energy, which is within all of us, doesn't matter what your gender is. And the Ten of Coins, which just speaks to the absolute most stability that it can. That's what comes with the rebirth. So, as we were talking about how drastic these energy shifts that are happening this month are, you're stepping into your highest form, into your light. And in doing so, you're completely releasing your current surroundings and creating space for higher vibrational people, places, things, opportunities to come in. And the more that happens, is the more that this gratitude and this praise that you are starting to feel, so the more it's going to become natural. Because life is going to start unfolding in a much more harmonious way. And then, although there's always something to be grateful for, the worthiness of gratitude is going to hit you square in the face. Alright, and lastly, let's go ahead and clarify strength in your strength. Alright, clarifying strength. We have Judgment, the Ace of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. Your strength is that you are willing to show up and to work through your anxiety in order to embrace the rebirth. We got the Ace of Wands coming out twice now. This whole rebirth, shifting into a new timeline, you're showing up and you're taking the necessary steps and action towards it. And you aren't getting discouraged. You aren't giving up. You aren't giving in to old temptations that'll keep you stuck in the past. You are trudging forward despite how hard it is. This is an energy of gritting your teeth and doing it anyways. So, that is what I have for you, Gemini. That was wild. That is a very intense reading. And it seems like it's going to be a very intense month as well. Just make sure you lean into that self-care and that gratitude. And if you resonate with the message, please let me know down below in the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say about it and your personal experience, opinions, thoughts, anything like that. And then like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. That's what I have for you for today. Bye.